Unit rates. I can calculate unit rate and compare ratios of given quantities. All right, so let's review. We talked about a ratio so far in this unit. We had two kinds, part to part, so that'd be like boys to girls, and then part to total, that would be like girls to the class. Then there's this other kind called a rate, and that's what we're going to be looking at today as these rates. And that's what you watched yesterday in the video. So let's look at the difference between a rate and a ratio. Ratios just compare the same quantities, like the boys to the girls, they're both humans, or like apples to oranges, they're both fruits. You say the word to with a ratio, and then you have two kinds, part to part and part to whole, or total. A rate then compares different quantities, miles per hour, dollars and pounds. Usually hear the word per in there. A rate is a kind of ratio. So before we get going with those, let's quickly do a review with a proportion. How did we go from 12 to 6? Remember, we always start on the side that has both. 21 to 6. 21 does not go to 6, so then I need to simplify. 7 can go into both of them, so then I would get 3 and 4. 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. 3 to 4 is the same as 21 to 28, which is the same as 6 to 8. Stop the video and I want you to try the next one. All right, let's take a look at it. I always start on the side that has both, so 4 to 10. 4 does not go into 10, so I need to simplify. And 4 ninths is simplified, so now I need to get out a calculator and I need to ask. 4 times something gives me 10. In order to figure that out, I have to take 10 divided by 4, and that gives me 2.5. Always check it. 4 times 2.5 gives me 10, so I know this is times 2.5. The 9 has to get 2.5 times bigger, which would give me 22.5. All right, how are we going to use this today? Well, we're going to find the unit rate. Unit rate is the rate for one. You can see the word uni in here, like a unicycle. It means 1 unit of a quantity. So somewhere we need in the proportion, it's usually on the bottom, we need it to be 1. So here's some Huggies diapers. I'm going to get 135 diapers for $38.99. So thinking of our word problems, $38.99 for 135 diapers. And that's my diapers. So I need my labels to stay the same. Now, I want to know how much one diaper is going to cost. How did I go from 135 to 1? Well, I divided by 135. So let's divide this by 135. So I take $38.99 in my calculator, divide it by 135. And I get, this is what I would get, 0.2888814. So we're going to round this. We're going to always to cents. We're going to this 8, because we want to go to the hundreds place. So this 8 tells this 8 to go up to a 9. So it'd be about 29 cents. This is an ad from Costco, and you will see they have 0.289, or if I rounded this, 9 would make that 8 go to a 9. 29 cents a diaper I'm spending. Costco, Sam's Club, always has price per right here. It always shows a unit rate, so you know how much you are paying for one of everything. So let's look at this example. I have 6 servings of crackers for 420 calories. So just like in our word problems, you will find a comparison. In this case, it's servings per calories. So I have 6 servings in 420 calories. Now I want to find the number of calories in one serving. So in one serving. So how did I go from 6 to 1? I divided by 6. So I need to divide this by 6. So 420 divided by 6 would give me 70 calories. So I'd have 70 calories in one serving. Or you might hear it 70 calories per serving. So it doesn't matter. Usually we like the bottom to be, but it can work on the top. This case, you drive 340 miles in 5 hours. What is your average speed? Well, here it is. Again, we set up our proportion. Miles and hours. Miles and hours. And you've heard this before, miles per hour, and you've even seen it, MPH, miles per hour. It's a rate. 340 miles in 5 hours. How do I get it to 1? Well, I divided by 5 to get to 1, so I have to divide the top by 5. So 340 divided by 5 gets me 68 miles per 1 hour. I'm going 68 miles per hour. So there's my average speed. Don't tell anyone we're speeding. All right, so how we're going to use this is we're going to actually compare. You're going to go to the grocery store or the Holiday gas station or wherever, and you're going to say, I'm going to buy this Gatorade or this Gatorade. Well, which one's a better deal? I don't know. The only way I'm going to find out is if I set up a proportion. So we want to set up the first one. So here's for the blue bottle. Okay? If we say we have 24, so we had fluid ounces over, let's do money. We're going to money over my ounces. So I'm going to keep it the same, money over my ounces. So I have $1.20 for 24 fluid ounces. That way we find out how much 1 ounce is. So I need to take $1.20 and divide it by, because that's how I got here, divided by 24. And that would give me 5 cents for 1 ounce. So let's check out the yellow now. Again, I'll go dollars and ounces, dollars and ounces. So I have $1.85 for 32 ounces, and I need to get to 1. Well, from 32 to 1, I divided by 32. So I have to take $1.85 and divide it by 32. And I would get 0.0578. Well, that 7 tells that 5 to round up to 6 cents. So this, not by much, is a better deal because it costs less.